Long ago, in a land from home there lived a young man named Daniel.
He wasn't always in that land. He came from Judah, but when a powerful king named Nebuchadnezzar conquered his country, Babylon, along with many others, he was just a young
Man far from his family, his home. Everything familiar, but Daniel had
something that could
never be taken from his faith in God. In Babylon, the king chose the brightest young men to be trained in wisdom, language, and knowledge.
Daniel was among them. He learned quickly, but more importantly,
he stayed true to what he believed. The king offered them rich food and wine from the palace, but
that did not honor God.
So he made a request and asked to eat only vegetables and drink
The guards
water.
were worried for them and said, "What if you became Daniel weak?" answered calmly, "Tests us from 10 days. After 10 days, Daniel and his friends looked healthier and stronger.
Man on
From that
earth,
moment on,
and bring him to me."
people began to see that
Daniel, can you
was
explain
different.
the
The king was
His wisdom
overjoyed.
wasn't
Daniel
just
was
from
lifted
study,
out
it
of the
came
den.
from God. One
Surely
night,
your
King
God is the greatest of all.
had a troubling dream, but also told him what the dream was. No one could do it.
The king grew angry and ordered that
In
all
30
the
days,
wise
no one
men
could
be
pray to
put
any
to
god or
death.
man except the
That
king himself.
included
Anyone who disobeyed would be
Daniel.
thrown into a
He
den of lions.
prayed that
O holy
night.
God, I
God
humbly
revealed the
praying
dream to
protect
him,
me from
But
den
Daniel
of
did not
lions.
panic. The
Daniel,
next
has
day,
your God saved
Daniel
you?
stood before the
Yes,
king,
not
was
afraid,
not
and
proud.
said,
Protect me.
"There is a God I, heaven, who reveals mysteries."
Then Daniel described the dream perfectly and explained its meaning.
He told Daniel. The king was amazed.
Daniel was then made a ruler respected by all.
The new king
Darius
came
also
and
saw
went one of
Daniel's
them,
wisdom,
but
and
even
made
with
him a
power,
leader over the
he
kingdom.
remained
humble and faithful. Years passed. Now Daniel knew
officials,
about the
I
law,
humbly
but not
pray
everyone
know
liked
what he
this.
does.
Den
Grew
of lions.
jealous. They tried to find
Something wrong with Daniel, but they convinced the king to pass a law if he disobeyed would be thrown into a den of lions.
couldn't. He was honest, faithful, and wise.
He went home, opened his window towards Jerusalem, and prayed
Not
just
once,
as he always had.
Not secretly, but 3 days.
Because Daniel knows something important. It is better
When the
to
two
obey
are in
God than
conflict,
to obey men.
The officials caught him and brought him to the king. The stone was rolled over the opening, and the king a sleepless night, worrying.
King Darius was deeply troubled.
He liked Daniel. He didn't want to punish him, but the law could not be changed. At dawn, the king rushed to the den and called out. So Daniel was thrown into a den
Surely
of
your God
lions.
is the greatest
He
of
asked
all.
Daniel. Daniel was safe, not a scratch on him.
And everyone saw the truth.
And so, Daniel
has
lived
your
not
God
just
saved
as a
you?
wise
Yes,
man,
my
but
God
as a
sent angels
faithful
to
one.
protect me.
His wisdom came not from a power position. Faith in God had protected him, but from trusting God in every situation.